We're here today to talk about the 5 things sellers want to know about you before they sell their firm. Many buyers think the highest offer wins. In reality, sellers often choose the buyer they trust most to take care of their clients, staff, and the business they've spent years building. So what are sellers really evaluating? First, financial readiness. Sellers are still running a business while they're evaluating buyers. Their time is valuable, and they don't want to spend it in meetings that have little chance of leading to a transaction. That's why one of the first things we evaluate is whether a buyer is financially prepared for the size of practice they're pursuing. Before introducing a buyer to a seller, we want to understand available capital, financing options, and the overall acquisition budget. Financial readiness also means understanding market valuations. Sellers generally expect buyers to pursue opportunities that fit their financial capabilities rather than making significantly below market offers simply because that's what they can afford. The buyers who get the best meetings are usually the ones targeting practices that align with their resources and acquisition goals. Second, professional credentials and experience. Credentials matter, but sellers are looking beyond the initials after your name. A common mistake buyers make is simply saying, "I'll hire a CPA or EA after I buy the practice." In most cases, that's not enough. If the seller performs most of the production work, they want to know exactly who will be replacing them and whether that person has the experience to serve their clients. If the practice includes complex returns, trust, entities, or advisory work, simply promising to hire someone later doesn't give the seller confidence. Sellers want to know who will be doing the work on day one, not who you hope to hire someday. Third, a transition plan. The biggest mistake buyers make is being too vague. Sellers don't want a general outline, they want specifics. How long do you want them involved after closing? Do you expect introductions only or ongoing production work? Will they help you around or just through tax season? Are you keeping the office, changing technology, implementing portals, or making other operational changes? There are no right or wrong answers. What matters is that you've thought them through. The more detailed your plan, the more confidence sellers have that you understand what's involved in taking over their practice. Fourth, understanding the seller and their goals. If you're fortunate enough to meet with a seller, spend time learning about them, not just the firm. What made them successful? What do they value most about the practice? What concerns them about retirement? What would a successful transition look like from their perspective? The more you understand the seller, the better you can explain why you're the right buyer. At ABA Advisors, we're not simply trying to find a buyer, we're trying to find the right buyer. The buyers who stand out are often the ones who can clearly articulate why they're a good fit for that specific seller, client base, and practice. And fifth, responsiveness and professionalism. Sellers pay attention to how buyers conduct themselves throughout the process. Are you on time for meetings? Do you follow instructions to the letter? Do you complete requested documents promptly? Do you respond to questions professionally? Buyers who become defensive during that process can create unnecessary concern. It's also important to remember that purchasing a practice is not doing the seller a favor. Many successful firms attract multiple qualified buyers. Sellers are looking for the best fit, not simply the first buyer willing to write a check. At the end of the day, sellers aren't simply choosing an offer, they're choosing a successor. The buyers who earn the most confidence are usually the ones who are financially prepared, professionally qualified, thoughtful about the transition, genuinely interested in the seller's goals, and professional throughout every stage of the process. That's what gives sellers confidence that their clients, staff, and legacy will be in good hands. Thanks for watching, and if you're considering purchasing a practice, ABA Advisors is here to help you navigate the process.